Hi guys, welcome back. It's Nicole and today I'm doing my second segment of Midnight Talks. For today's Midnight Talks, we're going to talk about the talk shows I've been to this year. I've been to 3 total this year and I've met some pretty cool people. Well, not met, but I've seen some pretty cool people, and I've also got a little story for you guys again. I call this my villain origin story, but anyways, yeah. So I've got a good show for you guys today, and let's get started. So starting with the talk shows, I've been to 3, and the first talk show I've been to is The View. Now that show, I would give it an 8 out of 10. Like how they set up the show, it was actually pretty good compared to some of the other ones I've been to recently. But for that talk show, I got to see Luke and Golda from Bridgerton. So that would be Benedict Bridgerton and Queen Charlotte herself, and it was honestly, it was so amazing. They were so nice, and they, just seeing them in person was kind of like insane. And Bridgerton was just coming out, so it was this like, whoa, they're like right in front of you moment. But it was so fun. It was so fun getting to meet them. I couldn't take any pictures, so that's another thing for these talk shows. You can't have your phone out, you can't take pictures, so that's a big part of today's video. I promise you guys, I did it. I will install some pictures here. Feature editing me will install some pictures here of The View, just like waiting in line and stuff. But it was honestly just really fun, and I think that was actually one of the ones that I got to take the most videos for. I actually got to take a video of the set, which was pretty cool. Yeah, it was, I rated it 8 out of 10. The show's pretty good. I got to meet some really amazing people that were in Bridgerton, and they were so kind, and yeah, so that was The View. Now, the second one I've been to this year, I really can't even believe that it happened. I went to Jimmy Fallon recently, and for people that know me, I love the Jimmy Fallon show. Like, I manifest so much every day that one day I'll be on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. But I got to go to Jimmy Fallon, and it was earlier this month. Yeah, it was early this month, November. I got to go see Jimmy Fallon, and it was such a well-organized show. I actually had the chance to be in the first 2 rows. So I was in the second row, and then there was people in front of me. That was the craziest thing ever. The fact that I got to be in the second row, guys, it was so insane. And they don't, like, it was so insane. I got to be second row at Jimmy Fallon. And for that show, it's already out, so I don't think I'll get sued for this, but I got to see Whoopi Goldberg, and I got to see Rosie Perez, and they were really nice. They were really sweet. It was a good show overall, but I got to meet Jimmy Fallon. Like, during this part of the show, he walks up the crowd and asks questions. He was standing, no joke, 5 feet away from us. I went with my sister. He was sitting 5 feet away from me, and at one point he actually sat down on the stairs on our row. Guys, it was the craziest experience of my life. I would love to relive it over and over and over again because it was that good. Like, I rate that show a 10 out of 10. I really hope that I can go to more Jimmy Fallon shows, but if I can't, that's okay. I got to go to this one, but it was honestly so amazing. I think that everyone should experience it once. This is actually the last show. This was like a week ago. I got to go to the Stephen Colbert show, and this is like the big one because I finally got to see some really big stars. And this was the show where Chris Evans and Javier Bardem were there, and I got to see both of them. I was not priority, so I was up in like the top part, but I got to see the puppy interview. I don't remember what it's called, but I got to see that interview with Chris Evans. Guys, that man is so gorgeous in real life. Like, he's so insane, and he was so awesome and so nice. And he was just like, he's exactly what I think he would be in real life. And I got to see the puppy interview in life, and the puppies were so cute. Like, it was such a good one. It was such a good one. I got to see Chris Evans, and then I got to see Javier Bardem, and he's one of my favorites ever. I loved him in Dune, and I just think that he's such a nice person. Like, I know I say this about a lot of people, but he's such a nice person, and he's very down to earth. And like, I got to see him as clear as day, and I'm like directly sitting in front of it, like I'm watching it. It was so good. I got to see them, and they were just amazing. So that's definitely one. Overall, I would give this, like, not the show, the show itself was a 10 out of 10 for sure, but the behind the scenes part, I would give it a solid 5 out of 10. I feel like it could be a little more organized. It could. And I say this in the best way possible. Not to get sued. All of these shows are already out, so I don't want to get sued. But definitely that. But those were some of the talk shows I got to go to this year, and I'm so grateful that I did get to go, and they were all so amazing. And I wish I could relive every single one, especially the Jimmy Fallon one, because I aspire to be on that show one day. But those were the talk shows. So transitioning over to the little story time of the day, I call this my villain origin story so much because it's honestly, it's getting there, guys. It's getting there. So this was probably like a year ago, and it's another filming story because I've told you guys they film a lot of stuff near me. So they were filming something. I don't know if I can say. I don't want to, because again, I'm not trying to get sued. Are they gonna see this? Probably not. But I'm gonna. So yeah, they were filming something near me, and it was so cool, and it was probably one of the more amazing things that they've shot here. But I'm a big Supernatural fan, and if you know, the person that plays their dad in the show is Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and he does a lot of things, but it's Jeffrey Dean Morgan. So I was I think I was in school, and I left, like, school dismissed and everything, and I left, and I didn't want to leave. Like, I knew they were shooting something big, so I didn't want to leave, but I had to. And I go home, no joke, 2-3 hours after, I see someone post, oh, it's Jeffrey Dean Morgan, he's walking around. I see someone post a picture with him, and if you know me, you know that's like, I always would love to get a picture with a celebrity in like a nice way, like, you know, I'd always ask and everything, but that's like, I've always wanted to do that. So knowing me, I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan, loved him in Supernatural, and I literally start crying because I'm like, no way, just my luck. I leave. I usually stay. I leave for the first time, and it's Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Awesome. So not only does he take a picture with someone, he literally posts, like, there's these kids from my school, right? He posts a picture on his Twitter, I think, of them being there. Like, it was the most insane moment of my life. Like, I was devastated. I was like, no way that I didn't get to meet Jeffrey Dean Morgan. And other people did. It was so, like, I was a sliver. Like, I was an hour away from being able to meet Jeffrey Dean Morgan. So that will always be the most devastating story I have about them filming here. Anyways, I guess that wraps up this week's Midnight Talks. Remember to tune in on Fridays at 3 p.m. There will always be a video. And yeah, thank you guys. Mwah.